Hi, it's Victoria Lorien Fabish, holistic psychotherapist, and today I would like to do a video on breaking the cycle of dysfunction. The buck stops with you. I often see repetitive family dynamics occurring generation after generation after generation. I recently had the privilege of witnessing 5 generations of dysfunction, all stemming from deep-rooted hurt and resentment of a mother 5 generations back being overly involved with the son and very neglectful of the daughter, which then created that daughter then had 2 children, and that daughter did the same exact thing, unawareness, unconsciousness, totally overly pampering the son, neglecting the daughter. That daughter had 2 kids, and the rage that that daughter perpetrated on her children, yelling and screaming bloody hell, really raging at her children, deep anger, resentment, frustration launched at her children. Those children, one of them has a child, and that particular child does the same thing. My heart goes out to that child because I can imagine that that child, who's now an adult, felt deep, sad, hurt, harmed, shocked, traumatized by such profound emotional abuse and emotional frustration being launched at her. And I know from the fact that I know human nature that that person probably did not want to do the same thing to her child, but here she is doing the same exact behavior to her own child. And it's just a real tragic thing to see such repetition occur without any sort of awareness and consciousness, and really nothing is going to change without awareness and consciousness. You need to declare to yourself that the buck stops with you, that the dysfunction stops with you, that you are choosing to stop all repetition of family patterns and dynamics immediately, that as soon as you realize that you are doing it, you have to declare an awareness that you're doing it and get into some therapy so that you can process this shame that you're carrying and perpetrating on the next generation. And without awareness, nothing will change. And without repetition, nothing will change. And without therapy, nothing will change. It'll just be the same shit, excuse my language, different day. And the same crap, different generation. And I hate to say it, but with the lack of awareness and consciousness, it gets worse and more ingrained generation after generation after generation. It seems like it gets worse the more generations it's permitted to stick around. And I'm here to tell you that it will not change unless you decide to change it. And I would really encourage you to look very deeply into your soul and see if you are repeating any of your family dynamics. And if you are, I would urge you to get out of that repetition, to own your stuff, to take responsibility for what you are doing, which clearly is no longer your mother's fault, your father's fault, your grandmother's fault. It's yours, and you have got to decide that you want to not do this to your child. Please hear me when I say it doesn't get better with time. It just gets worse with time if you don't interfere it and interrupt it and stop it yourself. As usual, I'm asking for your comments and questions. It's askvictoria@rogers.com. Take care, be aware, be conscious, see if you're repeating patterns from your ancestors and from the people before you. And if you are, you're responsible then, and it's you now. Buck stops with you.